I'm Jeff.
And I'm Sarah.
And this is a recap video.
Of the June.
Beginner.
Lindy.
Hop.
Series.
4.
2013.
And in this class.
It's really hard to keep a straight face. Okay.
In this class.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. In this class, we talked about, first of all, the circle, which is what we ended last week on. So what we talked about in particular is being squared off on count 4, having the central axis. So as we step around, right, we stay squared off. Okay? And then on 7 and 8, we 7 and 8 scoop up. That's a little exaggerated, but the point is that there should be a little bit of this scoop feel as we transition from our face-to-face connection to our side-by-side connection. Okay? So remember that. We will use that later on as well. So then we moved on to a new pattern. It starts out the same. A 5, 6, 7, 8. A 1, 2, a 3, and 4. A 5, 6, 7, 8. So we have the same transition from side-by-side to face-to-face, but then we send our partner out into this open connection. Okay? Some of the big points here, when we start out this transitionary beginning, follows need to be doing something.
Follows need to sit back before going forward. A lot of you were sort of moving forward before it was time, and it makes it hard to go through the rest of the movement. So you sort of want to sit back into it for a second, and then move forward as your lead brings you forward.
So leads, just as Sarah said, you need to bring them forward on 5. That's your responsibility. 5, you move them with that roller coaster bar connection. It's solid.
And you also need to be sinking into it as the follow is too. If she sinks into it and you don't, she's going to pull you forward.
So you got to be stable. So then on 5, you move yourself and your partner, and you let go. 5, let go, 6, 7, and 8. Okay. Then on the 7 and 8, we just move back into this open connection. Okay? And we had you guys explore where it's comfortable. So remember, we have our shoulders rolled back and down. Okay? So we don't want to see these guys roll back and down at all time. Okay? And we also stay squared off more or less with our partner, and we don't do, these guys. Right? That's like a variation, but that's not our default. Okay? So we stop here. This is where we go to in the swing out. Other comments? That's good. So then from here we have a few patterns. We talked about this stretch. It's like our arms are one big rubber band all the way around. And so we're planting the seed now. You may not get it immediately, but practice this feeling of stretching and contracting. Okay? And this is what's going to give us this energy to move past each other. Okay? So that'll come with time. So that's a project in progress. So we then did precisely this movement. This is the pass by, where we both stretch, contract, triple step, 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 triple step. And we move right past each other. Okay? This is not led with push and pull. This is led with stretch and contract. Okay. From there, we had a variation where leads, it starts out the same, but you catch the follow. So you have a 1, 2, a catch, a 5, 6, 7, 8. And the second half is just the circle from close that we worked on earlier. So the catch happens within a few counts. We start just like before, stretch, contract, and we come forward, we place our hand on the follow, and if that doesn't stop the follow, and as we're moving, we gradually create a connection here. We gradually slow them down. It should feel very comfortable. So again, this is something you're going to want to work on and develop in your muscle memory, just like the stretch here. Okay?
The moment where I talked about the follows needing to keep going as though it's that pass by, you don't want to stop. It's sort of that same concept of sinking in, and you also want him to let him catch you. It's like absorbing the movement every time you connect with each other.
Okay. So one last time from this angle. Stretch, contract, triple step, 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 triple step. Okay, so we ended back up here in open because then the next movement, the next movement we're going to show you is the swing out. We took the first half of the circle that we were just doing and the last half of our swing out from close to get this. A 1, 2, a 3, and 4, a 5, 6, 7, 8. So we'll just one more time where we point out we have our stretch, contract, triple stretch, contract, triple step. Okay, so if there's this stretching on both sides, just where we've been talking about earlier. But this is something we'll work on in the future as well. We'll practice in weeks to come. I think we're good. All right. Well, this is Jeff and Sarah signing out.